What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a Bitcoin update video. Today we're going to be looking into the price action and discussing what we see in the charts. Before we begin today's video, I just want to mention I always post my quick updates on like Snapchat or Instagram if you guys ever want to know in real time a lot faster about these quick moves. Because I do work full time, it's hard for me to come home all the time and make a quick video about this stuff when the moves might be happening while I'm working. So if you ever want a quick update about where the price is, follow my Snapchat, follow my Instagram. It's going to be in the description below. And now we'll get just right into the video. So if you remember last time we were talking, Bitcoin was hanging out right here at about $55,000 or so. We were talking about the one trend line I had drawn in here. And really what happened was is we came back in and tested as support right now, and currently it is acting as support. We have not broken this or confirmed the break yet with a daily close below this. You see we had a couple wicks come through below it. So on the short term, what I want to watch here is I want to measure this move from the top of this move to the bottom here. And as far as these Fibonacci levels go, the 61.8 and the 65% pocket right here is kind of like your golden pocket. What we want to see is price break back above this and clear so that we can continue to make our higher highs and just go from here. However, if we come up to here and finally see a rejection here, which is around $53,000 to $54,000, maybe in 55 if we're going to be generous, with that overshoot over here at the 78.6, then that would be our area to look for of a rejection to potentially then come back down and test, to potentially come back down and test this trend line here again. And if we break this trend line, that's the one I've been saying that we need to watch, because if we break this trend line, let's say we do something like this, we come back up here, get rejected. If we come back down here and get rejected up here, this is where we're going to start testing lower levels, like maybe back down to our $42,000 level, or even all the way down into here into 38,000 or so. All we got to do to know if this is going to act as support or not is look in the past, and we see that was previous resistance for a little while, as well as if we just take this measured move from our low here all the way back to the top. The reverse of this, then we have the 61.8 down here, and that's again in that golden pocket of around 40,000 or so. So I want to watch this area as support in the future. We don't have to ever test this level. This might as well even be the final dip that we actually saw right here. You can see there's a lot of wicks right here supporting us up. I will say though, these two wicks and these two big red candles, they do remind me a little bit of this time right here. So it's possible that we just range a little while, play between like 58,000 and the lows here of like 38,000 for the next couple weeks or so, before we then pick our real direction. Because you'll notice these downtrends, they don't last that long. Once we made a high back here, it took about 32 days to eclipse that high. So let's see where that puts us out roughly from 32 days. We're at about end of March. So end of March, we'll have a confirmation of either breaking this support level or testing the support level, or breaking above this high here at $58,000 to go on and create new highs targeting upwards of like 60, 70,000 or so. Taking a look at Ethereum. Ethereum was riding this nice little uptrend right here of support in the short term, and then we finally broke below that around like 18,000 or so, 1800. Sorry, we got rejected at 1800. We came back down to our trend line here, and we did find support just like Bitcoin did. We even with a little overshoot with those wicks, like I said. But even the wicks here, it was just support and resistance flip. This was the previous all-time high of Ethereum, around 1,400 bucks. Broke above it, came back down, back tested as support, and this should be the resumption off right here. Same thing with this though, as far as watching for a rejection to see if we come for lower levels. We got to take out this 1,800 bucks again, preferably above 1,800 bucks, 1,900 bucks. We'll be off to the races again with Ethereum. If we break this level, lower levels I'm looking for, we don't necessarily have to come down to 800 bucks. I don't know if there's anything in between really. Let's see, the 61.8 on the lower side. I mean, we've already basically tapped it in a significant buy pressure all the way back up to the 382 is pretty much where we just closed out. So looking like good support down here. This is the zone we want to watch for support. Watch for resistance up here. A break through that, much higher to go. Taking a look back at XRP. I don't really like to see XRP closing these daily candles below this 50-cent level here. It's not a big deal. Honestly, this coin's probably just going to range for a while as well. The 40-cent level here is going to be somewhere in the middle to watch for. Maybe we chop around in this region for a little while before we pick a direction up or down. I want to say it's mostly up to Bitcoin at this point. There's a lot of good news around the space coming out in the bull market, but in reality, Bitcoin's the one to watch right now as far as the rising sea lifting all the boats, so to speak. Also, if we measure the move from the bottom here to our top, you can see the 61.8 and the 786 is already held as support. We're kind of holding it as support at the moment. So same thing. This is the levels we want to hold anywhere in this region here of the low 40s. Just watch 50 cents for resistance again. As far as from our high to low here, 61.8 is at 55 cents. So any closes above 55 cents again, that's going to be very bullish for XRP. Probably going to test the highs again up here at the 80-cent level or like the mid 60s or so. And then you guys know what I'm talking about after that. I've been pretty clear with if we zoom back out with XRP. A break above this, let me auto that for you guys. A break above this last resistance here at like 80 cents to $1 or so, it's pretty much off to the races. XRP is going to be moving pretty aggressive again, just like Bitcoin. If you remember, actually, I just want to go back with Bitcoin here. This is the weekly time frame. They go back to the daily to give you an idea. So with Bitcoin, this was our first, let's go out here. This was our first big pump after breaking our all-time high. And then we had our 30% pullback, lasted a little while. Now we're on to our second huge pump afterwards. If you remember back here in our 2017 bull run, this was our first pump after breaking this all-time high of 2014's all-time high. And when we broke above it, we had our first dip here. But you'll notice the second one, we broke above our all-time high again here, which was back in the day only 3,000, made a higher high up here at like 4,800 or so. But we back tested and fell another 30-40%. We back tested our previous resistance before. So something interesting to note. Doesn't have to happen again. Could happen again, but you'll notice that once we back tested this region, that was our power move. We got all that bought right back up and immediately started pumping to create new all-time highs again. Had another little dip here, way shorter dip than these two, and then that was our blow-off top of 20K. So we're nearing the more final stages of the bull market. We still have probably another couple months, maybe till the end of the year or so. We're going to stay on top of it here. You'll be the first to know. Taking a look back at the Bitcoin dominance chart. Let's see where we're at with this. Still closing the daily candles below this. Let's go to our weekly, sorry. Yeah, we're still holding the week below the 63 here as resistance. I would love to see us come back down to test this 57 eventually, get a nice little pump in those altcoins. Nonetheless, though, this is going to be something to keep an eye on. But yeah, guys, that's all I got for you in today's video. We know our targets here. We're going to watch $55,000 as resistance. We're going to watch this trend line as support. We know that if we break $55,000 resistance, it's off to the races. We know that if we break this trend line and confirm it as resistance again, we're going to back test this $42,000 to $38,000 region. Be prepared for both outcomes. Have a plan ahead of time. And I'll update you guys in the next video depending on what plays out from here. It could take a couple days, could take a week. This is just to help you guys remove your emotional opinion from the market and try to just focus on what the facts and the chart present. I appreciate you guys as always for watching. Be sure to leave a thumbs up and a comment down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.